Thank you so much, Trouble. Welcome to the LEC post-game lobby where I'm joined by Guldborg and Trymbi. Trymbi, thank you so much. Congrats on taking down SK today. You couldn't hear, but Larsen just said, jokingly of course, that the only advice he can give you is maybe try to die less in 2v2 situation. What do you have to say to this?
And from what I remember on the before the first game, right, when the camera came, there was like a script, right, of what is supposed to be said, and it was written that they were like, wait, I don't remember the word, but it was like something like Goomba stomp. Like an A bottling was like Goomba stomping, toy bottling. There was something like this. I don't remember exactly the name because the first time I heard steamrolled. I think steamrolled, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess maybe it will happen again. Sadly, I think this time around, I don't think it's fair to say that we're killing them 2v2 because obviously Marang was around always. So, but yeah, I think that today was like for sure a better showing from us, and especially individually. Maybe first game was like a bit shaky, but was good. I think overall was good.
Yeah, we were chatting a bit about it. Like, how good does it feel having Malrang just around that bot line all the time?
Oh yeah, you can see it here.
To be there too, like.
That's what you were referring to.
Yeah, because like I was just reading the script. This was so funny. Like I was laughing.
What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
They're just steamrolling on us.
That's amazing.
But it is what it is, right? And yeah, I mean, when it comes to Marang, right? When coming back to your question, it's like, yeah, Marang is always there when you need him. Maybe if you don't need him, he might be still there. Like that's just how he is, and he does really good job overall. Like I feel like he's like the jungler that you cannot truly predict at the end of the day, and he chooses a lot of different options depending on what is the game state, and it just helps you so much. But I think also, I think today we played better. At least second game, I feel like we played way better laning phase than enemies. So it's also, it's not so. It's so hard for an enemy team to also predict what Marang can do, because like he gets more options, right? Due to that as well, because that's also like kind of laner diff at some point. But today I think SK played really fine. I think like it was just Marang running around.
That's interesting because, and of course respectfully, but I would not agree on the fact that Guldborg, I didn't see the SK I was expecting to. Game 1 was really specific because of draft and such the things that we discussed on the desk. And then second game, it was more like an individual and team showing that was just not there. The level that I was expecting at least.
I mean, I have no idea what may have caused it, right? There's different theories you can always throw around the corner. Like a lot of them, it's the first playoffs going through it as well with Exit kicking DOS, or group stage rather. But it feels like playoffs when it's best of 3. And you know, they had the leeway of going into a best of 3. I still think in the second game, with how tanky Irrelevant was and how some of the team fights was going, they still had a shot. But I think the biggest difference maker for me, at least for Koi in this game today, had just been Last. And it felt like every time that SK had a plan, Last was kind of a wrench that you could just throw into the spanner, and he was there to just take over fights.
Come on, didn't you just see that Foreman wave just setting it up right before? It's so sad.
You know, you almost faded your team into a bad team fight in the mid lane where you wait for Cyan back, you wave, then TP comes back and Comp almost gets one shot. Remember?
Oh yeah, but it was a team call. It's not my fault that I want to.
Team call.
I personally wanted, I think, at that time to base for wards. So guys, don't blame it on me. We let Sion base so he can fight, and I mean, sadly, Comp got one-tapped almost somewhere somehow. You know, it's like it sucks, and maybe we didn't think about it because it was actually quite a lot of damage. And yeah, that happens.
I would have gone for the same call.
Yeah, I mean, win as a team, lose as a team. There's no like naming and shaming individual players. But Larsen was saying that you had good scrim results and good training after actually this week. How much different was it compared to the weeks before, and why also? Because you guys had a new patch, but it didn't change much. So I'm interested in the approach here.
I mean, some things changed, I would say. Like, I mean, also there was like Bloomy, the coach, right, that now also like works for Academy, came to Berlin some time ago too, which also like obviously helps because he knows like almost everyone outside of Matthias, I guess, and he knows like how the things work, so he also helps us a bit. But overall, I feel like we're just more of a team, I would say, than before, like way more. It just feels like we like talk more with each other, and also just like in game we like try to make more plans, and overall just feels better to play. Like it's hard to say much because it's not like it just clicked, you know. I won't say this, but I think everyone is more eager to do stuff and overall to like be a little bit more creative in a sense, and that's what like helps a lot. Because right, if you talk, then at the end of the day, we'll come you come to the solutions, like to the problems that you have. And yeah, I mean, I don't think we're like there yet. Like we're not there yet to like
Ramping up.
just fight, but it's looking good. It's nice. It's
I
nice.
mean, despite the format being short, it's not really a sprint, right? It's still a marathon towards your end goal. I was actually going to say, coming into a best of 3, do you guys suddenly feel more confident that you just have to prep for one team as well? It's not 3 days you're going over. Like, is it easier coming into this kind of format now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like comparing it to like best of 1, 3 different teams, right? It's like so much more preparation as well. But I don't think it's like for sure easier because of the less diversity that there is, right? Because it's only one team. But on the other hand, right, it can still be 3 games, and you still have to like adapt to the circumstances that might appear. And I think like for Freddy and Arvinder, I think it's a bit worse because they have to like go through all the scenarios and everything, and then they have to talk to us, and then they have to try to like make us feel like it's good, and it's not always easy. I would say it's not always easy to just to just tell us, and we'll be like, yeah, it's good, like so there will be a lot of discussions, and I mean for sure best of 3s are a little bit nicer because like with one game just goes off randomly because bad stuff happen, you can still go back and you can just reset your mind, and that's like something that's really good compared even to the first best of 3 that happened today, right? Like from what I remember, first game Vitality was like Goomba stomping, then the other team was like suddenly Goomba stomping too, and then and if those 2 games happen separately, best of 1 and like regular season, what would you know? Like there will be some random stuff being talked about. So that's like for sure helps out.
And it's kind of the flippy side of best of 1, and I get why players don't like them so much. But I'm glad that we have best of 3 backs in Europe, and you were not with us when we had best of 3s. I think it was in 2017.
Oh, I was for sure not there. I was for sure not there.
Chilling in URLs.
No. Out there, I was like chilling in high school, probably first year, just enjoying my time. I think like for sure.
Oh my God.
Wait, 17 or 16?
17, I think.
Okay, 17 was like second year of high school.
Right.
Yeah, so like I was kind of chilling. Yeah.
Bro, so young.
But now we have this format back. How different it is compared to prepping for best of 5? I think the approach may be similar, maybe.
I wouldn't say there's much.
Okay.
I actually don't think there's that much. I think the only thing that's like might be annoying is that it's like 2 best of 3s one day, so it depends on how the games go, obviously. And like for LEC, sometimes the games go quite long. So you never know. You never know if the best of 3 actually goes to like a point there's actually like a lot of time right in between. But I mean overall, I wouldn't say there's like that. I don't think there's that big of a difference. It's just, I guess there's just less space to make mistakes, right? Because you have only that one game that potentially you can lose in order to win the series anyway.
Looking at the rest of the bracket actually that we just had right now, we'll see you guys again on Monday facing off against Vitality.
Yes.
You said Guba Stomp on one side and on the other, and Vitality finally taking the series. What's your understanding of the team, and how hyped should we be about you guys facing them on Monday?
I mean, last time we faced them, I had a good game, so it was nice. So that's for sure like a bit, I would say quite an advantage for us, especially when I don't know I would assume they would choose side, because I guess they were higher seed before. And like they need to like figure out what they want to do with our drafts too, because I don't think today we showed too much anyway. I think we just played like 2 games where like some things happened. Like you could for sure tell they had like some high priorities on certain champs that you could imagine, and also Bo like trying to go back to like carry champions too, which it's like nothing surprising, but like it happens. And like we'll just need to prepare how to like adapt to it as well, because I mean, I personally think I would be very happy to see Marang also on the carry champion and trying to like do a little fisting, I would say.
Okay.
But I mean, we do not know what's gonna happen, because we don't know how the games will adapt. But I also like Marang, who's like kind of chilling on pretty much utility, making sure that his team is good to go. And overall everything is like, I think everything is looking pretty fine. I would say that like I'm looking forward to the game. I think that there's not too much to be scared of, I would say. Like, you cannot be scared. It's a virtual game. At the end of the day, if you die there, like, it sucks, but it happens, Like,
I mean, we have to come with the attitude that no matter the opponent, you're going to have the edge anyway. And to be completely honest, you look way more optimistic than the last time we had you on PGL.
Yeah.
So
And for sure, it's like, it for sure changes a little bit your mental state, right? Like whenever, I mean, obviously whenever you're winning, it always helps you a little bit, but also, yeah, like as you said and Larsen said, right, we had like a good week off and we were pretty confident about it. I mean, we were not, like, you can never be sure 100% how the things will go on stage, especially. But normally for us, stage was like always looking good, I would say, and we were always overperforming, looking, comparing it to scrims. So yeah, I feel like right now it's just looking good. It's just we're more consistent, I would say, compared to both scrims and stage. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
that's great. And looking forward to seeing how this one is going to play out on Monday. And GB, on the other side of the bracket, the team that lost today, of course, will have another chance of playing next week. Team Heretics versus SK. Any rough idea of how this one may go?
Normally, I would have thought this should just be SK for sure. But honestly, that game 2 and even game 3, Team Heretics was actually kind of fighting. Like, I'm still leaning towards SK, and I definitely have to do a little bit of VOD reviewing before giving my full thoughts on it. But I still think SK will have the advantage, but probably closer than I may have anticipated going into group stage.
Do you have an opinion on this, Trymbi? Expectations for this game?
I don't know who's gonna win, honestly.
Yeah.
Personally, and there's one Polish boy or one guy, I would say, in one of the teams. So yeah, I would like him to win, obviously. But on the other hand, I think SK is quite of a good team, and I think that best of 3 might be actually really interesting. I feel like both teams might match into each other quite well, and we'll see. Like, I feel like they have similar strengths overall, and yeah, I think that would be interesting.
And coming back to the initial topic of the Vitality and Koi matchup that we will see on Monday, you were hyping up Malrang, and I'm especially hyped about Malrang versus Bo again, because we saw, GB, that today, especially in Vitality's game, when it comes to setting up the bot lane or setting up the lanes, I'm really interested in seeing the pathing for both of these junglers and how this one is going to play out.
I legit think the first 5 minutes of that game is going to be so interesting to watch. Like, these two junglers going up against each other for the first early game is just going to be, you can't predict what's going to happen. Like, it's just going to be out of nowhere. They're just going to meet each other in Dragon Pit or whatever down towards bot. I think it's going to be an insane jungle matchup.
Yeah, I might need to pull some pretty crazy wards to like make sure Bo is not there after first, second, or third camp too. This guy likes to camp bot lane, especially, actually, that guy. So
if there was one thing that kind of annoyed me, it's like if you have early game jungler like Kindred, either you have ward on Drake Pit, so you know she jumps over, or you have Tri-Bush for early wards, especially if you play like double range bot lane and you want to take charge and you need like prior on the first 3 waves. So, like, I'm looking at you next week if anything
man, I
happens.
can't have both, man, so he might just flip it like a burger. You never know. You never know. He might just flip it, go one side, then you say, yeah, sucks. I think that's what happened in one of the T1 games when they played against, I think it was Canyon and Graves.
Right.
The guy, he just walked straight through Trybrush, even though they thought he would go through Dragon Pit, and, you know, then you just die. Nothing you can do about it.
It is what it is.
We'll see how it goes, for sure.
Yeah.
In next 2 days, right? Because it's already in 2 days.
God damn.
Yeah, just have one day to prep, I guess, and we'll see you back in the studio. So I won't hold you for much longer, Trymbi. Thank you again for coming and joining us today. And that does it for us here in the LEC. But if you missed any of the action, stay tuned for our rebroadcast starting just in a few minutes. And as a reminder, you can join us in supporting those impacted by the earthquake in Turkey and Syria by going to riot.com/donate. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for Group Stage Day 2. Have a good night. And time for us to take the selfie.
Yes.
I was going to say, did we forget about it? Are we not doing
it? I didn't. I became a pro now. It's fine. All right.
Doing the, Yep. Wait, I think I blinked.
You blinked.
Yeah, maybe. I'm a noob with photos.
The second.
Good night, everyone.
Quite fun.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Draco, start Telestrator. Draco, start the Telestrator. Dracos, start the Dracos! Start the Telestrator!
Hello, hello. Come good day. Zhou Yang Gong. What's up, what's up?
Lambs per spike. Perk's trying to take a breather. Flashback in from Bo. Bo trying to make it look clean. Mercer manages to grab one. Ruby surely just next on the list. Oh, Bo, no. He's gearing up. You give him 1, you give him 2. He's looking for 3.
For the hills, second ulti stack gonna buy a bit more space as Perks just runs in, pushes his R button.
What is this f***ing bot lane, man? It's a gap.
Okay, let's focus.
Yeah.
So we don't like throw.
Yeah.
Oh, another hook lane. Are they going to kill Kaiser and lane flash forward from Jack Spectre? They're trying to finish the job. One more auto is going to do it. First blood coming in.
Hey, bot lane, you guys are absolutely giga insane smurfing. Okay.
Nice. GG.
Good job, bot. Good job, bot.
Massive, everyone plays this lane. It's my favorite part of watching this lane. Never mind, it's an all-in. Heavy full committing. He's gone completely and totally all out. The stun gonna connect. Now just looking for the solo bullet photon. Woo! Redemption, baby.
Exakick and DOS stream rolling Koi bot lane last time. Yeah, I mean, what can we do? Team rolling.
Okay.
3 2v2 kills. Wow.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
Ticking, 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 but not quite enough. Marcoon has to flash away. Marang now looking for another stun. Gets it. Larson flashes forward, but Marang's ready, taking the killer. Marcoon's next on the menu.
Bo had a good game 1. Game 2, it's a little bit of a roughie here. Yanko's unstoppable, wants to buff up that scoreline.
Heavy on the backside, but he's not able to take out a single carry. Bo still alive, and that's going to be the game.
Vitality just brute force their way onto the Nexus with the Lamb's Respite and able to get it across the line.
For the time being, tidal wave being popped, decimated smash dodged, as Irrelevant will be sacrificed. Can the rest of SK get out? Certus dodging to the side of the Larson, baby. Flash out from Larson, and you called it casual. Larson read your mind.
Yeah, well played, Don. Okay, we're back. Let's go. We never left, no? Okay, then we left.